Hi! So Geeked Week provided us a lot of new things for Season 6 of The Dragon Prince, and today we're going to analyze the teaser that we got, which shows quite a few Season 6 clips. And this is going to be completely unscripted, me just analyzing what I see on screen, but I will just focus on the clips from Season 6, so let's begin with that. This is the first new shot we got, I believe. This is, These two people are called Celestial Elves. They're a sect of Skywing Elves at the Starscraper, which is what this location is. You can tell by the rainbow beam. It's very similar to these two images that we got a few weeks ago, I believe. It looks like if you look in the background, you can actually see Rayla up near the hashtag where it says Geeked Week. You can see Rayla looking over the edge. So I'm thinking that what this actually may be is Callum and Rayla are currently riding this thing up to the first level of the Starscraper, and these Celestial Elves, which inhabit this place, are coming down to greet them. This character right here, I'm pretty sure this is Astrid, and we don't know who the person to the left is yet as far as I know, but it also looks like they have some sort of fairy wings as opposed to regular sky wings. So that's really interesting. This person might not have been born as a Skywing elf who could fly originally, so he may have had to use some magic to get his own wings, which is really cool. And the thing about these Celestial Elves is that they wear these blindfolds all the time. The first Celestial Elf we saw was in the end credit sketch of episode 4 of season 5. This guy holding the Corona of the Heavens. Callum describes them as an ancient sect of Skywing Elves who are located at the Starscraper. I love the design. I love Astrid's hair. And I also love the color of the blindfold. I just love how these people look. They look so cool. Now, this shot is interesting. This is Rayla charging at some giant beast. It's snowing, the beast's eyes are purple, and we do actually have a beast that kind of resembles this look. And it's this dragon here. This dragon was first shown in Season 4 of The Dragon Prince, in the Elves story flashback thing. This dragon here, who we believe is the unsuitable heir that was mentioned by Zubeia. We can see that after Luna Tenebris fell, this dragon's eyes turned purple. And I actually noticed this later while editing this video. This creature, beast, giant dragon thing has the exact same color as this unsuitable heir. So it's very likely that these two dragons are the exact same creature. Also, we don't really know what Rayla's doing. Rayla's just charging at this beast. It looks like she has her bow in her left hand and one of her butterfly blades in her right hand. Anya has grown up, hasn't she? This is Queen Anya. We first were introduced to her at the Pentarchy, and we also see her again in the final battle. Don't really know where this is. It could be Sunfire location, to be honest. Lots of interesting sparse trees behind her. I love her design. This arrow that she fires, it seems to open up, and it has some sort of runes on it. This could be a Sunfire arrow. And now we move on to the actual teaser itself. The first part we showed with the Celestial Elves and that weird dragon was sort of part of the video game teaser. Now we're moving on to the actual teaser itself, where we hear some new things and see an interesting scene. I have to tell you, when I first watched this, I freaked out that I showed Raylan first.
We are, all of us, stardust.
So that's Erebos' voice, obviously.
Held together by love. For an instant.
That was the final shot of Season 5. See that Claudia has done some severe dark magic and looks completely and utterly insane. She has blood in her hair. This is not just the trick of the light. We checked this out. This is actual blood in her hair. It's also on her hands later on.
My mom left me.
Claudia mentioning that her mother left her in this scene is actually interesting because we don't really know about that in the series itself. We only heard about it sort of in extra material. Claudia's mother's name was Lissa, and she left Viren and Soren when they were very young after Viren cured Soren's sickness with dark magic. And if you have read the graphic novel Puzzle House, her mother's departure actually plays a huge role in how Claudia develops and why she is going so crazy in this shot here. It's actually really interesting. Puzzle House paints Claudia in a very different light. I used to not like Claudia very much. After I read Puzzle House, I now sympathize a lot more with her plight. In this shot here, we can quite clearly see the blood. It's on her hand that's holding the staff. It's on her white hair. It's also on her suit, just below her neck. She's done something terrible to something. Maybe Sparkle Puff? I hope not. In this shot, we can easily see more of the blood that's covering her right arm. You can see that the golden designs on her forearm are just covered in blood. The back of her hair, obviously, is a big one. Lots of blood there. I can see why the age rating has increased. There's lots of blood here. But maybe the reason she's covered in blood and her hair is even more white than it was is because she had to do something horrible to replace her leg. And here you can clearly see that there's blood on her suit. And she misses. Then this next clip. In this shot we can see that Callum's wings fly by, leaving a couple of feathers behind. And then his hand transforms. And then his arm transforms back into normal. And I really like how it shows that his arm was still doing the flapping motion in this shot. Straight up backflipping. But he's also wearing a Celestial Elf blindfold. Now, there's a couple of theories behind the blindfolds themselves. There's a quote from Erebos' voice actor, Eric. "In the dark, the stars show their faces." So these Celestial Elves may be in contact with Star Touch Elves. You can see that some of his feathers are still falling down. I love this shot, by the way. This is such a cool shot. Callum's gonna have an interesting arc. Literally.